Hi, my name is Morgan Devaney, and in today's presentation, I'm going to be answering some common questions and discussing the topic of stress management. What is stress? In our text, stress is defined as the mental, emotional, and physiological response of the body to any situation that is new, threatening, frightening, or exciting. A stressor is defined as a stress-causing agent. Stress is not inherently bad for our mental and physical health. In fact, it is necessary. We all have an optimal amount of stress, which leads to good health and better performance. It is our reaction to stress that determines whether it is a positive or a negative stress. How does the body react to stress? Well, the answer to that question really depends on the individual. Our body responds to stressors with an instantaneous sequence of physical changes, which are defined as fight or flight. In both processes of fight or flight, the body is able to release stress and relax the body. It is when the body is unable to react with fight or flight that our muscles become tense. The two kinds of stress we can experience are eustress and distress. Eustress enhances our health as well as our performance, while distress has the opposite effect and causes our health and performance to decline. How does the body adapt to stress? Explaining the way our body adapts to stress is best done with GAS, which stands for General Adaptation Syndrome. It consists of 3 different stages, which are highlighted in the text as alarm reaction, resistance, and the exhaustion and recovery stage. The alarm reaction stage of GAS is the instant response to a stressor, in which the body must decide if it is positive or negative. This sets off a series of physical processes in which the body attempts to minimize the reaction to stress and protects its state of homeostasis, which is the state of physiological balance. If the stressor diminishes, then the body is able to return to its state of homeostasis. If the stressor does not diminish, then we would progress into the stage of resistance. In this stage, the body would tap into its reserves in an attempt to build resistance and keep homeostasis. This allows the body to cope for a period of time and allows it to try to defeat the stressor. In our final stage of GAS, which is exhaustion and recovery, our body is no longer able to cope. The body now attempts to recover and return to homeostasis. If the stress continues on the body, it can reach a point of exhaustion which can leave bodily systems weakened and susceptible to disease and illness. How does one cope with stress? There are many different ways to cope with stress. One of the most important steps in coping with stress is identifying the stressors in your life. By acknowledging the problem areas of your life and identifying the stressors, you can attempt to remove them. Managing your stress can be done through proper time management. By setting realistic goals for yourself with a realistic timeline, you can reduce the pressure on yourself as well as the stress. It is important to prioritize your goals in order to avoid doing things last minute and getting the most vital tasks completed first. Organizing yourself with a planner and list can help you keep yourself accountable and prepared. These are all great ways to get started on coping and managing your stress. What causes stress? There are many different sources of stress, and they all depend on the individual. Some common areas of stress are health, work, social, family, and financial. Some examples of stress in these areas could include for health. Have you changed your eating or sleeping habits? For work, are you working more hours? Perhaps there is some conflict in the office between you and your boss or you and your coworkers. Social, have you changed your religious or political beliefs? For family, perhaps you're in conflict with your spouse or there's issues with the in-laws. For financial, have you experienced an increase or decrease in pay? Or taken out a loan recently? These are all very common causes of stress. And like I said, they all depend on the individual. What are some symptoms of stress? Everyone experiences different symptoms of stress, but some commonly experienced symptoms of stress include headaches, increased sweating, difficulty sleeping, hives, anxiety, nausea, panic and chest pain, loss of sex drive and impotence, and developing a nervous tic. What are some relaxation techniques? Some great examples of relaxation techniques to incorporate into your life in order to reduce stress include physical activity, which can relax you through less muscular tension, decrease in anxiety and depression, and an opportunity to forge new friendships with your new activities. Breathing techniques such as deep breathing and sighing can also release tension, as well as mindless meditation and yoga, which are also great options that also help you to release tension and even help to lessen insomnia and improve health. Today I've answered a variety of different questions about stress management. I hope some of my answers have helped you increase the quality of your life and reduce stress. Perhaps you can incorporate some of these techniques into your life. Thank you so much for listening.